Hello and welcome to our next Wilderness TV adventure. Today we've headed down to Burrator Reservoir on the south side of Dartmoor in Devon to meet up with some of the members of the British Float Tubing Association to see what Burrator has to offer the fly fisher. Burrator was initially completed in 1898 but was extended further in 1929 by raising the dam walls by a further 10 feet. It has two dams, the Burrator Dam, which was built across the River Meavy at Burrator Gorge on the southwest end, and the Sheeptor Dam, built on the dividing ridge between the Meavy and the Sheeptor Brook at the southern end. The lake is fed at the northeast by several streams including Narrator Brook and the River Meavy. It can also draw water from a Devonport leat. When full, the lake covers an area of about 150 acres and holds about 1,026 million gallons of water. This supplies the historical city of Plymouth and the surrounding areas. Today, the reservoir is managed by the South West Lakes Trust and has become a popular place for walking, cycling and fishing. To find out more about the Trust, its lakes and activities, just pop along to their website at www.southwestlakestrust.org.uk. So let's catch up with Dave Williams, Kevin Primmer and Matt Baines to hear about the BFTA, how to fish Burrator on a tube and what kit you'll need to float tube.
Yeah, I'm Kevin Primmer. I'm the Secretary of the Float Tube Association. I've been the Secretary now for I think about 15 years. Quite a while. I've been float tubing about 18 years now altogether. Float tubing here comes under the South West Lakes, and the agreement we got 10 years ago that we always have two members on the waters on South West Lakes, and also the insurance then we got for the Float Tube Association covers people. You have to be a member of the Float Tube Association to float tube the waters, and we always notify them when we're coming. But it's a very good fishery. It's usually well stocked. We have plenty of fish. We always fish 2 or 3 comps a year on it as well.
But why should people join the association?
Well, there's a lot of information on the sites. We have a website which is being updated at the moment because it's quite old at the moment. We're also on Facebook, and there's always people come along. Any problem they got, put a question, people will answer them and help them out, buy equipment, whatever, where to go, what to do. It's like that. And also we've always sort of encouraged people to come and join us when we can. We take people out for trial days and everything to get them interested.
My name's Dave Williams. I'm a Southwest, I'm basically Cornish representative for the British Float Tube Association. I've been float tubing now for 20 odd years. Basically all you need is your standard fishing equipment. For anybody who goes wading, use the same equipment, but you just need a set of fins and a life jacket. Your normal fishing gear will suffice. You don't need a special rod or anything like that. Any rod from 6 foot up to 10 foot will do. I'm using the Snowbee, the cheaper of the 2 Snowbee tubes. There's the standard version, which is a very reliable tube, and on the end over there's the deluxe version, which does exactly the same thing but is much more robust. Yeah, the tube has got pockets both sides for carrying all your equipment, and there's a pocket on the back for putting equipment in. You've got a standard net, which mine is attached using a magnetic release, and that gives you a good reach. A wood nut is ideal because obviously if you drop it, it floats. The biggest advantage when tubing is to have a decent set of fins, because when you get out and the wind gets up, you've got to get back, and the fins are what's going to propel you back. They are, I would say, they were probably the most important part to have to make float tubing enjoyable.
Well, I first fly fished about 40 years ago and concentrated on bank fishing and boat fishing, and only got introduced to float tubing this season and absolutely love it. The benefits really of float tubing is, number one, the stealth. If you're in a boat, you've got oars, you've got an engine, you're possibly throwing the anchor overboard. It really is a very stealth way of fishing that you can approach fish, and they literally swim by the float tube. But also it's the ground you can cover. Whereas in a boat, you're perhaps drifting across open water, and if you hit some fish, you're past it, you know, and you can't really go back until you finish the drift. And if you want to fish the margins, which I've got to be honest, that's where I catch most of my fish, you can't really drift along the margins. You've got to anchor, and then if it goes off, you've got to pick it up and row somewhere else, or motor somewhere else and drop the anchor. So it's a great way of covering an awful lot of water. And the other thing I like about it is the safety. I mean, modern tubes now, they're built 4 different chambers, because it was a concern of mine. Oh, you know, do things really float? You know, what happens if you get a burst? Well, as far as I'm aware, it hardly ever happens. But if it did, you've still got 3 other chambers. You've got a life jacket, so it's an incredibly safe way to fish. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons. You know, I commend anybody to give it a go. It's great fun. It's great in terms of going out with your mates. It's a social as well as fishing, yeah, great way of fishing. And of course, it's great for playing fish, because you know, it tugs you around a bit, and it's quite good fun playing a fish, especially a big one when you're on a float tube. Well, I put a DI9 on, booby basher I think it's called, from Airflow, and I've got a couple of boobies on, a small black booby on the dropper and an orange booby on the point, about a 15-foot leader in total, but it took the black booby on the dropper.
Surface water temperature in the shallows is hitting 18 degrees. Once again, the fish are likely to be deep down, so it's time for fast sinking lines and a couple of boobies. We have had a truly amazing day here at Burrator. We've had plenty of fish, including rainbows, blues and browns. We haven't had anything truly huge, but the blues put up a huge fight. We're looking forward to heading back soon for some more great fishing at Burrator. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can let you know as soon as our next film is out. Tight lines.